Have you seen it everywhere? I see it everywhere. You open up your phone, you get a magazine off of that end rack at Kroger when you're checking out, and your eyes are drawn to the headline, or you walk into Barnes & Noble or a bookstore, there's only a few of them left. And you see the giant section titled self-help. I find it pervasive on social media. You know Facebook listens to you, Google listens to us. Let's just all acknowledge that as a thing, right? You're saying something and then all of a sudden you're getting ads, you're thinking something and somehow they know what you're thinking, and now your feed is filled with like the 5 things you need to do to lose 5 pounds before bikini season, right? Or you're wondering or you're searching or you're Googling something about financial advice or literacy, and then all of a sudden your Facebook feed is filled with like the top 5 things you need to do with your finances before you turn 50, right? It's everywhere. Advice, TikTok influencers, YouTube experts. The world is filled with more advice than anyone has time to digest. Am I the only one that experiences this? It's everywhere. And we consume it. We click on it. We read the articles. They draw us in. I've even grabbed People magazine, me, off the rack. I don't read magazines. That's for like my mom's generation. Sorry. Hey, I told you I'd get lighthearted. You pick them. I've even been drawn in by the 5 things, blah, 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 blah. There's something about numbers. Oh my gosh, it's a step. If I just had the secret knowledge that Claire in California, who wrote the article, had, then my life would be better, right? This is how they draw us in. It's usually a formula. If you did these simple things, then there's a promise of like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? Honest to God, I fell prey to it this week. It should arrive in the mail today. I've been tracking the package. All right, maybe some of you see this. It's this contraption. It's like a workout home piece of equipment that you like. It's for your chest to get, like good-looking chest for guys. And you squeeze it this way, you squeeze it this way. You do. It's like a little at-home little it's like a huckster made it. And I gave him my snake oil money. And it's coming in the mail, and I can't wait. Because I got so many ads for it, I ended up being convinced, oh yeah. Summer body, here I come. I fall prey to it, right? But here's the thing that I think we all intuitively know. Even when we fall prey to a society hell-bent on advice giving, on hacking your life, is that we do not need more advice. We do not need more advice. We do not need a few more tips on how to live better. What we often need is connection, not advice. And in Luke chapter 8, we encounter a man that no self-help book could help. We encounter somebody that everything has been tried for. They tried chains, they tried shackles, they tried isolation, they tried to post guards around him, and nothing, no conventional wisdom for how to help this person was helping him. He's a man who lives in the tombs, not in society. Everything has been tried. There are no 3 simple steps for the man in today's lesson to improve or enhance or heal his life. He's perpetually tormented by his demons. And what I find most fascinating about this fantastical reading about pigs and swine and falling over a field and demons entering them and all of that, I think we can read and get focused on, and we can lose sight of something that is so haunting to me as a pastor, but even more basically as a person of faith, as a Christian. The most haunting line in this entire passage is how the man reacts when Jesus first approaches him, which should cause all of us to pause and to ask deeper questions. Did you pick it up? When Jesus approaches this man who has been shackled and bound and tormented by his own inner world and by these demons, he says to him, "Jesus, Son of the Most High God, I beg you, do not torment me." Please don't pile on. And I wonder why. Why would this man react to a rabbi, a person who represents God and the infinite universe God has created? Why would that person react with fear of being tormented? Well, we can explain it this way. I mean, this man has only ever known authority to be something that rules over, that isolates, that contains. And I can't help but wonder if the man has had other experiences of maybe well-meaning, maybe ill-meaning religious people who have done nothing but torment him through shame, through guilt, through fear, through isolation. You are unclean. What did you do to deserve this? Don't touch him, children. Don't walk near him. The man expects the person who represents God to bring torment. And I can't help but wonder how many people in our world feel the same way today. I have a sense that there are so many people in our society, in our world, that hunger and long to have a beautiful, robust relationship with the creator of the heavens and the earth, with God, who even believe in God, and yet are so terrified of people who claim the name of God. Do you know there was a recent Pew Research study that reported it asked a number of people, thousands of people who believe in God but don't attend church, why they no longer attend church. And you could expect the common answers, right? Schedule changes, patterns, COVID, a lot of these things, other things. I get spirituality other ways. But in the top 5 reasons was fear of judgment by the people inside. Fear of a well-meaning person offering them life advice. Oh, you're new to this church? Oh, you don't come very often? Oh, well, have you ever, what you need to do is you need to read this book and then that book. And do you go to Bible study? You don't go to Bible study? You don't go to this Bible study? Well, you should. Do you pray? Do you pray the right way? Have you ever done that kind of prayer? Oh, you're dealing with that? Maybe you should pray more about that. Do you know what I'm talking about? That kind of Christian? Some of you are looking at me with eyes wide open. Maybe you're that kind of Christian. Oh, I know you're not. I pray you're not. We all are to some degree. People feel tormented by religion. People feel tormented by dogma. People feel tormented by other people who are quick to offer advice, are quick to offer a pathway. Here are the 4 things you ought to do. How many times have people been turned away from the creators of the heaven and earth, of the Son of God, Jesus Christ, because they think the whole thing is about a list of steps you have to take to earn your salvation, to get right with God? Here's the truth. People are still living tormented by shame, tormented in the silence of addictions, tormented with fear, with past mistakes. People, we torment ourselves all day long. And as tormented people, we often gravitate toward the quick fix that ends up leaving us more empty, more hungry, more void. And here's the beauty of the story. When Jesus approaches the man who's convinced that the rabbi offers torment, Jesus doesn't give self-help. Jesus offers what may have been, for the first time in his life, connection. Not advice. What does Jesus ask him? What's your name? And now, all of those things inside, demons, answer. I can't help but wonder if Jesus wasn't looking straight into his eyes. And I have to imagine if this was made into the Chosen or something, if this was like made for TV, Jesus asking again, this is how it works in my mind, Jesus asking again and again, like he did Peter on the lakeshore 3 times, what is your name? Don't answer with shame, with fear, with guilt, with addiction, with mistakes, with pity. No, your name. What is your name? And Jesus offers what the chains and the shackles and the isolation never could. Through connection, Jesus offers liberation, freedom. And at the end of this story, the man who was so caught up in his pain is sitting in his right mind at the feet of Jesus. Not just free, but restored, whole, well. Do you see the scene playing out of somebody who's been so beat up, so afraid of being piled on again and again, now unafraid because he's been seen? This is the mission of the church. This is a beautiful vignette of what we are called to do, to approach people who are locked up and bound by their past, by their mistakes, by their fears, by all of the labels society would throw on them. We are called to draw near to those people and to create a true connection. This is what it means here at Good Shepherd for the first 2 words of our mission: connecting people. Looking at people, connecting to people. Because connection, not advice, is what heals. Connection, not trying harder, is what sets us free. The last 2 years of my life, without getting too personal, the last 2 years of my life, I have been running so hard. I have been sprinting. And I had convinced myself somewhere along the way that if I just tried harder, if I just thought of this angle or did that, if I through my sheer strength and energy can muscle something into existence. And you can live that way and operate that way about any number of things. You can read 1 million articles and get 5 or 7 or 10 or 24 steps toward whatever it is you seek. And yet for me, the gospel found me when I let go. When I quit holding on so tightly. Because you see, when we cling so tightly to things, when we live our lives in ways that position it to where it's up to us, we always grow weary, even the strongest of us. And it's in letting go of the things we cling to that our hands can actually receive. They're actually open. The man in the tombs and the chains did nothing to be set free. This is the gospel. The gospel of Jesus Christ is not self-help. It's not 5 steps for you to improve your life. Religiosity isn't about you praying, you worshiping, you going to Bible study, you being in a small group so that you become holy. None of that works. It's all good. I want you to pray. I want you to come to worship. I want you to study. I want you to be in community. Why? Not so that you improve your life, so that we all have opportunity to hear the gospel. Jesus sets us free. with no doing of our own. And in just a moment, we all get to practice this posture of open hands. You know, when you walked in today, a table was already set for you. Now, we have some helpers. We have some angels in the back. They set the table. But for 99.9% of us, the meal was already set for you. You didn't have to bake it. You didn't have to cook it. You didn't have to prepare it. You didn't have to pour it. All you have to do is receive it. You see, this is why we celebrate communion every week. Because we need Jesus. But we also need reminded that the only authentic way to go through life is not like this. It's like this. So when you come forward today, when you receive something you did not earn, you did not prepare, you did not create, I want you to be thinking and praying about the other things in your heart, in your life, in your mind that you are trying to muscle into existence. You've got something. I know I do. And I want you to imagine that thing you're trying to muscle. You're trying to just you're trying to just do it. I want you to imagine it's just floating right above your open palm. And as you receive what God wants to give you, I want you to imagine God is just plucking that thing away. Open hands, open hearts to receive what God has already done for you through Jesus Christ, through his cross, and through the empty tomb. And as you receive today, I want you to hear God say to you specifically, I love you. I see how hard you're working. I see how fast you're running. I see how much you, through your own power and ability, want to make the thing work. You are already enough. You are completely loved. And through all your striving, I offer you rest. Rest. Be filled, be fed, be sent. And carry that message to a hungry and a hurting world. Amen.